that are here as regulars, and welcome to those of you that are new to me anyways. I'm seeing some new names in there, so thank you. If you worked out with me at the Women's Day workout on Tuesday, just shoot me a little message in the chat how your shoulders are feeling. We did quite a bit of shoulder work that day. Otherwise, today we're actually going to be doing a theme of pushing and pulling. So we do use a little bit of equipment in this class, but it's pretty minimal. So a lot of it you can even find around your house. And today we're not going to be actually using that much. So today we're going to be doing stuff with a dowel. So anything that's like wider than your shoulders. Okay. And we want to have it nice and easy to grip. So it doesn't need to be super thick. Definitely light. We don't want to have much weight to this. So I know some people use like broomsticks or canes work well. Someone's used a crutch in the past, which can be handy as well. Okay, and awesome. Yeah, that's one. And I'm just reading your comment, Janice. Tuesday was an easy workout for your shoulders. All right, good for you. Doreen, shoulders are fine. Awesome. Good. All right. And something like something to hold, lightweight. It could be up to 2 pounds, I'll say. But preferably something that isn't going to have your hands like close together. So we want to hold something and to just widen the grip a little bit. So this is the bender ball. I think some of us have this. Otherwise, if you don't have a bender ball, I highly recommend using like a little pillow, or even a water bottle works well, or a stuffed animal, something like that. Okay. And just reading Linda's comment here. Awesome. Yes. Glad you had a recovery plan there. That's awesome. Very cool. Okay. So bender ball or slight object. And then our last thing we're going to use today is some type of a band. Okay. This is an example. If you have, you don't have as strong of a grip, or maybe you need some assistance, sometimes having these loops in them is handy. Okay. Otherwise, if you have a longer band, we can always do these loops like this. Okay. Otherwise, nice band, probably a little bit light on the lighter side. Okay. If you don't have a band, you could also look at using yoga pants or like stretchy pants or tights, anything like that. And if you have no equipment, don't worry, you can still do the workout. We can do all these exercises without equipment as well. Okay, so just those three things that we need today. We're going to start by sitting up nice and tall. If you can sit away from the back of your chair, I highly recommend that you do that. So we're going to sit nice and tall. If you need the back of your chair, go ahead and have something just to put behind you, so that when you lean back, we're still sitting up nice and tall and we're not like collapsing into the chair like this. Okay, so backrest or not, regardless, spine is nice and long, shoulders are down. We're going to close our eyes and we're just going to gently do some breathing. Okay, I like to place a hand on my belly button just so that I know where my breath is coming from. That's optional. Here we go. You're going to inhale, feel your belly expand, and then exhale, belly sinks. Okay, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly sinks. Okay, nobody can see you, and I'm just going to keep talking you through it, so feel free to shut those eyes. Inhale and exhale. Feel the belly rise and fall. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale, exhale, last 3 as a group. Inhale and exhale and inhale. Nice big exhale. Good, everybody. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Nice. And we're going to open up our eyes. We're going to come right into the pec. We're going to use just our hands today, our fingers, and we're going to get nice and deep into those pec muscles. So this is release work. We're trying to get a little bit more range of motion in these muscles and these areas of movement, which are going to be our push and pull today. And just get some blood flow to the area. We want to try and move the fascia layers from the skin and the muscle, which is underneath. And this will help create bigger movement, okay? And you can probably looks like I'm kind of digging in and behind. So if you're female or you have breast tissue, you want to go in and behind that. But if you're male, you don't have breast tissue, you're going to work right across like this. So it's going to look a little bit different. Okay. Then from there, we can start to creep up into the smaller area of that muscle. So this is pec minor. Okay. And then you can even work your way into the anterior shoulder if that feels good. So you can just treat this as like one big area in terms of where you're going to work. Okay, make sure that the arm of the side you're working on is not being used. So we don't want to have our arm up like this. We don't want to be here. We want to have it nice and just relaxed down. And then awesome. And then we're going to come up into the trap muscle. So right up, you can work all the way up into the neck and all the way out to the shoulder, but not quite on the shoulder because that's just bone. So we want to work right in the neck, in between the shoulder and going up onto the side of that neck. And you can kind of feel where it's tender or maybe really tight. For me, it's like an area right in here in my neck. So you want to kind of just work there, go where it feels like it needs some TLC. Okay, a few more seconds here. And awesome. Okay. And good. Release that. Stretch it out. Okay. Just give your head a little shake. And we're going to do the other side. So now we're going to come to the other side, working in the pec muscle here, getting right in behind the breast tissue. And we don't need to do this super hard, but we do want to get a little bit of pressure back there. So we do need to make a little bit of a difference. So nice pressure, nothing to hurt, but you should be able to feel that tension right there, or that change we're creating with our hand. Okay, and from there, you can start working your way up into the pec minor, coming onto the shoulder if you'd like, that anterior part of the shoulder. Okay, awesome. And then we're going to come up into the neck. I just support my elbow with my other hand and working that trap muscle. So go where it's feeling a little bit more tender or feels like it needs some attention. It might look different than what I'm doing, and that's okay. Couple more seconds. And awesome. Okay, shake that out. Now we're going to go back to the first side. We're going to lift the hand up. We're going to activate those lats because we're going to be doing some pulling. So we're going to slap, trying to reach all the way behind your back. And if we reach as far as we can, you'll end up basically hitting where we need to. So all the way back behind. Good for 4. Nice activation slaps, getting that area awake and warm, bringing some awareness to that side of the body and bring it down. Good. Shake that out. Other side, hand up, just resting behind the head or grabbing, just cradling the back of the neck. And we're doing these nice activation slaps here. Awesome. For 3, 2, 1, and slowly release that. Good. Okay, and now we're going to do some side to sides. So we're going to look to the side with our head, coming back to center, and then look your head to the side and back to center. And over for 2, over for 2, and over, and over, and over. Good. Last 2 here we go. And 1 and 2. Now we're going to tip the head up. So we go straight up bottom jaw on the top, center, and then tuck your chin right here, like you're going to grab something with your chin, and then center. Good. We go back, up, and center. Try and go back a little further than what I'm demonstrating if you can, and up. We want to be in a pain-free range of motion. So if you're somebody that has like any rods or any pins happening in your neck, just be really cautious. We don't want to push anything. There's a lot of benefit to just using the eyes. If we're limited in that neck range of motion, we can just also look up and down and start strengthening those muscles that help us with our balance. Okay, a couple more. And awesome. And now we're going to send the chin back slightly so we're not hanging our head forward. And you're going to tip water out of your one ear. So we're going to tip and then up, and then other side, tip and then up. Good. And tip and up and tip and up. That's it. And tip and up, tip. And again, here we go. Tip, up, and tip, and into our cat-cow. So we tuck that chin, and we're going to round the spine. One of the easiest ways to get that flexion and extension while still maintaining a seated position. Okay, trying to look through your legs. Take a deep breath. Slowly roll up. Use your hands to walk yourself up on your lap if you need to. Hands are going to go behind you. Shoulder blades in your back pockets. Reach your heart to the ceiling, and oh man, does that feel good. Deep breath. And back to center. And we're going to do that again, tucking the chin. We're doing 4 of these today. Rounding in the spine all the way down until you can't go anymore. Big inhale and exhale. Slowly rolling up. Hands behind you. Eyes to the sky. Heart to the ceiling, and deep breath at the top. Inhale or exhale. We're halfway, everybody. And again, tucking that chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down, letting your shoulders just round forward. This is probably the only time I'll ask you to do such a position, where we're really rounded, almost slouching. Slowly roll up. Okay, hands behind you. Eyes to the sky, heart to the ceiling. Make a C curve out of your back, but in the opposite way as you did in your rounded spine. Shoulders down. Deep breath. This is our last one today. And tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. Feet are flat on your foot plates or on the floor. Deep breath at the bottom. And slowly roll up. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and back, reach up to the sky, deep breath here, and then we're going to take it up and over. So we're going to reach up and over. You can lean on something with your bottom arm if you want. Try and expose that armpit to the ceiling. So I a lot of times see a lot of this. So I want us to really open up, get that side body stretch. And reach. So you'll notice we're hitting all the spinal movements in our warm-up. Okay, we're getting all of them. We're bending forward, we're extending, right? We're doing a side to side bend, and we're going to hit a rotation. Up and over. Good. Getting nice, big, creating big shapes in space. The bigger you are, the better the stretch. Reach to the ceiling. Deep breath at each position. That's it. Reaching up. We're going to do 4 more here, starting at this side. A few people came in late. Welcome. Go ahead and just jump in. You can worry about equipment later. Let's get your warm up in. Really important. Last one. And awesome. Good. Now a rotation. Today we're actually going to do a hold. So instead of our tapping, I'm just going to put you on a clock, rotate and hold 30 seconds here. So you shouldn't be looking at the monitor. We should be looking around over your shoulder. Last 10 seconds here. Make sure you're getting taller. Eyes looking over the shoulder as best as you can. And slowly unwind. And then we're going to do the same thing other side. Rolling over, looking over that other shoulder. We're on the clock. Okay, eyes are just in line with your nose. They're not looking down. Nice deep breathing. If you find that your breathing is restricted, then unwind a little bit. We don't want to be too twisted to where we can't breathe. Last 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come back to neutral. Good. Okay, and now we're going to take the arms out nice and big, spread those fingers wide, and we're going to come in and hug. And we do it again. And over, nice. And over. Make sure you're really taking this time to warm up. Warm up is so important. Keeps us from having any higher risk of injury. It actually helps utilize the muscles better, right? If we come into workouts cold, we're not able to have the same performance as we would normally. So this is only to benefit you. And again, last 2 here, and then we're going to end it with one more rotation. Here we go. And then here we go. Exhale. Rotate. Feet are flat, so we shouldn't have any wiggling in the hips. No foot movement here. We're really rotating from the trunk. So it's as if you're rotating from your belly button height. And over. And over. That's it. Last 2. 1. And 2. Good. And now we reach up to the ceiling all the way up. You can look at your hand if you'd like, or you can look at the monitor. Whatever you want to do. Today, I'll demonstrate looking at the monitor. Okay. Whatever feels better on your neck for today. Reaching up. So the difference between this and the other one is we're not reaching up and over like so. We're just reaching up. So we're getting a nice big extended elbow, right here. This is straight. And again, last one. Good. Elbows in, palms facing each other. Step 1, open up those elbows. Make sure the hands aren't here. I see this a lot. Keep them open. 2, here. We're going to take an angel. Bring it back down. Internal, and then bring the elbows in. Okay, so we open up the elbows. Open. Overhead. Bring it in. Down and in. Excellent. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is 5. Open it up. Notice how I'm not looking at my hands going above my head. We're keeping your focus forward. Okay, we don't want to try and use those neck muscles to get the hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Challenge yourself. If you think you have the pattern, shut your eyes. Don't follow me. See if you can do it on your own. Challenge that brain. The brain is also important. We need to work the brain out just like our muscles, right? If you still need me though, that's fine. You're still working your brain if you're having to copy. Okay, one more. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Last one today. We're just going to take this camera down. Okay. So go ahead and grab your band. Okay. This is going to be part of your warm up. So we're actually, sometimes we set this in with exercises, but today we're going to treat it as just our warm up. So I want everybody to have a band, and we're going to just do 2 sets of 20 here, just on its own. Okay. So we're here. You can either tie your band up, or you can do what I'm doing and just hold it. I'll say right away, for those of you that don't have the ability to open up your legs like this on your own, then you're going to treat this as a stretch. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to open up and stretch and then bring it in. Okay. I taught a class on Tuesday, and there was a lovely woman that stayed after, and I don't think she's in here today. And she actually couldn't do it because her chair was so restricted. It was really narrow like this. So if there's anyone like that in here, where that happens, and you're not able to do this, then the other option is to just take one of the legs up and hit that figure 4 stretch here. Marnie, maybe, I can't remember. I feel like your chair is pretty narrow. But this would be choice 1. So if you're able to do this stretch, okay, otherwise we can take the leg up and you're going to gently just put weight on that knee, and we're going to hold here, foot flexed. Okay. Otherwise, we are grabbing the band and we're going to do our banded abductions. Okay. Any of you, I know Barbara is one of them. If some of you want to put something in between your knees instead and try and drop the object, that's a really good option too. I like when my face is in here, I think. There we go. A little bit more personable. Okay, so here we go. 20 reps here, or you're just going to keep trying to drop the object for as long as I'm moving. Okay, don't worry about the number you're doing. Here we go. 3, 2, sitting up tall, and we're opening and closing. Okay, if you are someone that's able to do the band, make sure that you can just glance down and just make sure that you're getting as much as you can, even amount of work on both legs. So the hips should be trying to work at the same. Okay. And nice. 9, that's it. We are halfway here. Hold, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Good. This is 7, 8. 2 more, everybody. 9 and 10. Okay, take a little rest. We're not doing anything with this, so just take a little breather, fix what you need, get water. We're doing another set of 20. This is just part of your warm-up today. We're not going to put it in the circuits, okay? Here we go, round 2. I'm going to switch my hands just because. 3, 2, and 1. And we open, keep the legs moving evenly. Remember, this is one where we're not going to push the feet into the floor if we can help it. Okay, sitting tall. We're just thinking out, opening, not down. Halfway here. Get taller. Feel those glutes working, those tiny little glutes, the little ones on the outside right in here. You might feel getting tired. This is 5. This is 4. This is 3 and 2 and 1, and excellent. Awesome. Good. Okay. Take that away. We are going to start with your dowel. So go ahead and grab your dowel. We're going to get into our first circuit. Okay. So the first move we're going to do is a bit of a syncopated type move. Yeah, you can see me. So we're going to start with the dowel in front of our chest, or just like right above our chest. So my wrists aren't hanging here. We're neutral. Okay. From here, I'm going to press one arm up, other arm up, bring the other arm down, and bring the other arm down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 10 in one direction. When you're done, we'll switch the leading arm for 10. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and up. 2 and 3. The goal is to try and stretch those elbows as best as you can. If you don't have a dowel, you can do the same thing, but just with a pattern, not holding anything. Make sure you're getting taller. We're not slouching. This is your last one. And then freeze for a second. Whoo, other side. And 1. Literally a second. 2. 3, 4, 5. Make sure it's getting to an even position up top and an even position in front of you. Last 4. Where's your breath? 2 and 3. And last one, 4. And excellent. Okay, set that aside. Grab your band. We're going to do a bent over row. If you have multiple bands, I recommend getting your heavier band. We're going to put the band under the feet or under the foot plates. Okay, so I'm just basically stepping on the band. And we're going to tip forward. So can everybody see that? It's under my feet. Okay. And then you're going to grab the band. And then there's 2 things. If you are not able to do a hinge forward without collapsing and rounding, then I want you to put something here to support you when you come forward. So when we do the row, you're able to support yourself. Okay. If you don't need anything, you are going to just use your trunk. So you're going to hinge forward, be able to hold yourself, grab your band, eyes on the ground, and we're going to row like such. Okay? Here we go. 20 rows. 3, 2, 1, and go. And 2. If 20 is too high and you're working with a thicker band or higher resistance, then you can just do what rep range you're comfortable working to. But we're all going to stop at 20 at the most. So for those of you that are used to working in more of a strength phase with me, this will be a little bit more challenging, and it will challenge you to get a little bit higher in those reps and maybe try and use the same, close to same band as you would typically pick for that lower repetition range. Okay, and if you don't work with me and you're not sure what's happening, or you're not sure what I'm talking about, just grab a band and start rowing, and we'll figure out your rep range as we go. 5, keep long, 4 in that torso, 3, 2, 1, and then release that down. Awesome, you can just leave the band down there. Okay, today we're doing a series of 3, so I want you to grab your ball. I'm going to put us on a clock. This isn't a ball. I'm using a ball, but I suggested anything light. So it might be a water bottle. It might be a pillow, stuffed animal. Okay, so we're going to set ourselves up. We're going to be here for 30 seconds. And the goal is to try and push out. So it's like you're shaking something up. So if something was in the object, you're going to shake it up as best as you can. Okay, so we're pushing, pushing, pushing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and push, push, push. Keep breathing. That's it. 10 seconds, everybody. It's getting taller. If you're falling forward, we need to be quicker with the movement, or don't extend your elbows so much. And time. Awesome. Okay, here's your break. So what I mean by that, for some of us that might not be sure, if you're here, I'll just face sideways so we can see. And if you're doing this, but every time it's causing you to fall forward, then we need to tighten it up a little bit. We don't want to fall forward. So maybe it needs to be really tight. That's okay. As you get stronger and get more stability in that trunk, you'll be able to extend more later. Okay, so hopefully that clarifies. So we have our 3 things. We have our dowel press with the pattern. And then we have our bent over row, so the band's down at my feet. And then we're doing our what we call paint shakers. Okay, so if nobody has any questions, we're going to do this all again. Okay, this one is 10 on each side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice and long in the back of the neck. Pressing right up overhead. Breathing. And we switch sides. Here we go. Over halfway here, everybody. Keep that breath going. Stretch those elbows. Shoulders stay away from those ears. And last one. And down. Good. Set that aside. Okay, bent over row. So the band is down at my feet. We probably don't need to see that again. Tipping forward. If you need that support here, go ahead and grab that so that you can keep a long spine. Okay, grabbing the band. If you didn't like your band resistance last time, you can grab another one if you have one. Okay, otherwise we'll just have to figure it out. Do what you can with what you have. Here we go. 3, 2, shoulders back, 1, eyes on the floor. Nice and tight in those abdominals. Draw the belly button to the spine. We're here for 20. Feel those shoulder blades squeezing together. Breathing. Last 5, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and keep the band down there, which is a hint that we're not done this circuit. Okay, we have our paint shakers. So if you find that you're falling forward, just tone it down a little bit. Don't extend your arms all the way out. Here we go. In 3, 30 seconds, 2, 1, and go. Okay, the quicker you are, though, it's going to help you come back in. It's going to keep everything aligned up over your hips. Okay, keep the chin slightly tucked. We don't want our neck doing a bunch of things. Breathing, you're over halfway. Squeeze the ball or the object with your hands. Nice tight grip. And time. Awesome. Okay, I'll time your break this time. We're going to get 30 seconds in for a rest. And then we're doing all this one more time. Okay, we still have about 5 seconds. Everybody's still here. I'm not seeing any questions or comments. For those of you that are new, if you have any questions or comments, I might not have said this. Feel free to write it in the chat. And I will try and answer them as soon as I can or address anything. All right, otherwise we're going to get right back to it. So here we go. One more time. Same series of the 3. 3, 2, 1, and we're up. Up, shoulders away from those ears. This is 8. Make sure it's going above your head. 1 more. And other way, we go up 1. Nine, last time, back of the neck nice and long, breathing, and you are done with the dowel in that circuit. Put that aside. Okay, get yourself ready. Grab your support if you need it. Tipping forward, the band should already well, the band's probably still where it was. You didn't really need to move it. Okay, nice and long, our eyes on the floor. We don't want to crane our neck to look forward. So nice and long in the back of the neck for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Feel those lats. So you want to think of squishing those armpits as you drive the elbows down and back behind you. Halfway. Neck nice and long. I can't stress that enough. And last 5 here, everybody. Breathing. And you are done. Good. You can take your band out if you'd like. Set that aside. We have one more with these paint shakers for 30 seconds, which is actually quite a long time. I typically give everybody in here 20 seconds. So this is pretty good. Okay, do what you can. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice and tall. Take it quick. Even if you can't take your arms out very far, let's be as quick as we can. Quick, 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 quick. You are halfway right now. Almost there. Breathe for 5, 4, 3. Stretch those elbows. 2, 1, and time. Good. Okay, for those of you that are done or you have the bender ball, we're not going to use it in this next circuit, so feel free to place it in between your knees just to give you a little bit more stability in those hips. I'll give you a water break moment, and then we're going to get started. Grab your band. This might be a time where you need different levels of band thicknesses or resistances. So I'll show what we're doing, and then y'all can decide what you want to use. There's 2 ways to do this first one, because if we don't have a long enough band, like mine might actually not be long enough to get it behind your shoulders. Some of us might not be able to do, I'm okay, but some of us might not be able to do this with a short band. So I'm going to give 2 variations. Okay, we're done with that clock. So variation 1 is what I just showed. You can take the band. This is better with a long band. Okay. And you're going to have the bands in your hands. You could also do bands if it's looped, if you need that extra grip, band like so. Okay. And we're going to be punching. So we're going to be punching, 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 boom, boom. Okay. We're not punching up. We're not punching down. We're punching straight out, straight out. Okay. If you don't have a long enough band to do that, you are going to hold the band at your chest, get this super tight, and you're going to punch from here. And actually, you know what? Cross it a little bit. I think that'll be better. Cross it, cross it. So if you're here, we don't cross. It's just square. If you're having the one band here, you're going to cross. And you'll do all one side. And then I'll let everybody take a minute, not a minute, but a few seconds to switch and then do the punch cross from the other side. Okay, is that clear? It's 2 different variations, okay? I think I'll demonstrate both. I'll do this one first. Okay, this is going to be 40 punches, woohoo, which is 20 each side. I'll let you know when I'm halfway so that if you're doing the single arm cross punch, that gives you a chance to switch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and cross punch. And I'll keep a medium speed. So if y'all want to go faster, that's fine, as long as it's controlled. And if you're moving a bit slower, then that gives us all a chance to kind of even out. Breathing. Seven, 8, 9. Okay, this is halfway. So if you're switching your band, go for it now. Switch, switch, switch. And then we're going to do the other side. If you're here, you're going 1, 2, 3. So you're either doing all one side for 20 or you're moving right and left. Okay, make sure if you're working with the one arm, you're really crossing like I was just showing. You're going to cross like that. If you're working with 2 arms, you don't have to so much. You still get that pec working. This is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Good. Okay. Take that band off. I'm just demonstrating with 1. So I will show with this exact band. You otherwise might want a thicker band for a row. We did a perpendicular row already. So now we're going to do a horizontal row. So I'm just going to have this in front of my hand like so. I'm grabbing the other part of the band close, and I'm going to row back and then extend. Okay, some of you have like a door to anchor stuff onto. Feel free to use that. I'll just turn sideways or to the corner here a little bit so that we can kind of see what's happening. So band in one hand, grab. Okay, obviously the further away from this hand you grab, it's going to be a little easier. So grab where you need to, and then you're going to pull and then back to center. Squeezing that shoulder blade down and back. 20 on one side. I'm starting already. And we're halfway. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, other side. Once again, I'm just turning so everybody can see. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and pull. Nice and long in the spine, ribs over the hips. Once again, this can be an anchor point. It doesn't need to be your hand. There's some of us that will work better with an anchor point. And 10, halfway. And I didn't really say it because I know the people that are in here that I know already know to do this, but you can always have the hand resting on something. If you need that extra support, you could roll up to a table, have your hand on the table. If this doesn't work for you, that's an option. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take a little rest. Awesome. Okay, these are your last 2 exercises, but it's like 4 because we have 2 sides for each. So take a break, and then we're going to go right back to your punching. Last 2 exercises in the circuit, I should say. We're going to be ending with something else. A little surprise ending. All right, here we go. Coming in. Either crossing one at a time or alternating like I'm going to demonstrate. 20 on each side. 3, 2, and 1. Punch, punch. I'll let you know when we're halfway in case you're doing one arm, and then you have time to switch. Coming up to that halfway right here. Take a breather, let the other people catch up if they need to. If you want to keep going, that's fine. 3, 2, 1, last 20 here. Halfway. Think of really punching with that chest, like you're going to punch someone out in front of you, or like you're hitting a boxing mitt or boxing pad. This is 6, 8, and awesome. Good. Okay, now we're doing our row. So we have that one hand Other hand's grabbing. I think it looks better like this so people can kind of follow. And we're gonna row, squeeze that shoulder blade down and back. Okay, remember the hand can be on something if you need it to be, but otherwise I want everybody to come up here. Over halfway. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Other side, last 20. You're almost done. Here we go, everybody. 3, 2, 1, and pull. If I'm going too fast for any of you, just a heads up, this does get recorded and posted, so you can always do this class again later. Halfway. Five. Really drive that elbow back. 3, 2, and this is 1. Good. You're done with that band. Put it aside. We do have one last exercise. We're just going to do one thing 4 times. So I'm going to actually come down here just so everybody can see what my hands are doing. So we're going to be doing a YT. So some of us do these on the floor. Today we're doing them seated. So the hands are going to come up, thumbs are hitchhiking, and we're going to go Y. So the thumbs are, I even need to go lower. Let's see. Thumbs are going out and back like so. So Y. So not internal like this. We're going external. Thumbs back. Y. And then T. They're still going back. You can see my thumbs. They're going back. So not internal. Just keep them going back out to the side. And then we bring it up again. Y. Shoulders away from those ears. And then T. You should feel your back working really nicely. And again, Y. And T. 2 more. Y. Shoulders away from those ears. T. Last one. Really opening up that chest, squeezing, getting those shoulder blades down and back. T. And then shake it out. Awesome. All right, everybody. That was our workout today. I hope everybody enjoyed it and got something out of it. Reminder that you can watch it later. It will be posted. I will be on here for just a quick minute today. If anybody has any questions, we went over a couple minutes. And I look forward to seeing you all the next week. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Janice. Thanks, Doreen. Thanks, everyone who was new and came. I hope to see you next week. Thanks, Marn. You can always look at the video later if you want the whole thing. Awesome. Thanks, Donna.
Perfect.
All right. I will see you next week.